So I'm currently building a chicken pen for the TV show Love Your Weekend with Alan Titchmarsh. So keep on watching and I'll show you how I did it behind the scenes. They're already waiting. Firstly, I'll leave a free set of plans below if you want to follow along. And I started off laying out the timber. And after nailing a long bottom piece to a worktop to stop it moving, I pre-drilled and screwed 3 upright battens evenly spaced out. I'd also nailed these uprights to the top after squaring. Then I held another long piece along the top far left end, but at an angle, so they were sloping towards the right hand side. And where that fell, I drew along it on each batten and then cut with a handsaw on these pencil marks. Now to fix a batten along the top piece, to save myself pre-drilling before screwing, I made sure there was an overhang either side. Then I just screwed it on with slim long screws, and to get the right mitre on either end, I ran my handsaw along the uprights so I was able to cut in line with them. Oh, and remember, I temporarily nailed the first panel to the worktop. I then nailed some offcuts around the first panel and then removed the ones that were on top of it for my second side, which would be exactly the same. Now to copy this panel, I just screwed these next battens on top because I knew I wasn't going to build anything on top of this later. These were the biggest pieces. And to get the right length of the in-between battens, I used some straight edges to hold my next pieces of timber along it and drew where I needed to cut it from underneath. So once I'd copied that and I'd got 2 panels, I started making the shorter end panel, although you might want to make a 4th one, which I'll show you later, as a separate enclosure. And once all of these 3 panels were done, I rolled some galvanised mesh on top and stapled it to the panels. Note, it is very important though to flip one of the biggest panels over because we needed them to be opposites, as I'll be adding trim shortly to cover up the mesh edges. Now to cut it, you can use tin snips, which I do prefer because it's safer, but cutting it with an angle grinder is much quicker and it requires a full set of safety gear. It does also leave grooves in the chicken pen frame, but again, trim will hide all of that. And when cutting and nailing the trim down with a nail gun, I decided to give it more strength by overlapping the frame's joins. I then held my panels in front of the chicken coop to plan the position of where my roof's hinged doors would go. So similar to before, this time I built a rectangular frame to sit on top with 2 non-opening ends and more trim, which would also act as door rests while it's open. And now I'm working on making the double doors, which are basically just 2 squares with a 5mm clearance all the way around. I also put trim on them and screwed a handle on each and 2 hinges per door. And now it's time to build it on set, and let me tell you, it was an incredibly hot day, hence the pink cheeks. Ooh. It's very hot. Right. And my homemade sawhorses came in very handy for propping up one side while I clamped, drilled and screwed all the panels together. Then I'm using the 4th panel that I was telling you about, but just to create a flat surface underneath and any rocks I could find as packers, because this ground was uneven. If you wanted to, you could bolt these together, but I thought screwing was much quicker and it wasn't that heavy. Also for the 4th panel, off camera I just screwed these together with pocket holes, but before adding mesh wire on it, these rolls actually come tied up with a thread of wire. So I borrowed it to temporarily tie my door handles together. So back to the mesh wire. This time, as there were no plug sockets nearby, I lined it up on one end and stapled and tin snipped the excess off. I didn't bother with a trim on this because this side would only be temporary. And you might be wondering why I didn't use chicken wire specifically. And that's because apparently it stretches way too easily and it's not great for fox proofing. And this stuff is really sturdy. And then it was time for, as we say here in the UK, put a lid on it, which is slang for zip it. Note, it is important that the tallest end's top didn't overlap because I'll be screwing it later to the chicken coop itself. And the last job I needed to do was add some door stoppers on the inside to prevent them from falling down when closed. You could use some plywood corner gussets for this, but I used these offcuts because I had them. As for further fox proofing, I cut up some more mesh wire lengthways and trapped them underneath the panels, which we also secured down with tent pegs. But you could also cover it with dirt for grass to grow through, which will eventually hide them. So I hope you like this one. Don't forget, if you wanted to make it, there's a free set of plans below, and hopefully I'll see you next week. Thanks for watching. Bye.